All right, DJ, let's get some shots up. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Get down! Get down! Nice shot, nice shot.
Buckets. Well, it wasn't ugly, but it wasn't pretty either.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, DJ, let's get some shots up. Here's what we're gonna do. Come on, DJ, focus. All right, let's go. No more dilly-dally.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Oh, right here! rolling. Come on, man. Who got it? Who got it? Watch the pit. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Keep the flow going, guys. Let's go.
Hey, hit me up.
This week in NBA 2K17, there are huge VC jackpots available in the venue. When ante-up events are going on, get wins and go for that big VC prize. We also have Ruffles 4-pointer challenge.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Chicago Bulls.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What up, Sam?
There he is. DJ Buckets. Boy, you been eating that quinoa I told you about, huh?
Yeah, I tried it.
Uh-huh. God, what I wouldn't do for her.
What up, D?
What's up, Rook?
You ready for this, man?
Yes, sir. I'm always ready, man.
Oh, me too. Likewise.
Y'all staying over?
Yeah, we staying over.
Okay. Let's grab something to eat after the game.
All right, bet. Where you trying to go?
We can hit a spot called Departure.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? A cool little spot.
All right, that sounds good, man.
Have a good one, young man.
All right, I'll see you after, bro.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Taking a look at Portland, they've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
Well, the streak is still going, but right now they're facing a team that's going to make it tough for that streak to continue. We'll see if they've got the goods and enough confidence and enough poise to win another one.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thanks, guys. Well, look, the Trailblazers are a promising young team. They've gone through their growing pains at times, but point guard Damian Lillard says the work ethic gives him optimism. He says when you have a group of guys that puts in time like this, you got to believe. When you see it every day, you know it has to work out at some point. Kevin?
Thanks, David. What a leader Lillard has become for this team. The Blazers' future is certainly bright with him at the helm. And both these teams come into this game with a lot of confidence, Chris. They're playing excellent basketball right now.
Yeah, and teams like this will usually tell you they didn't circle this game on their calendar or this isn't a big game. I'm going to tell you as a player, they're lying. They've been watching each other all year. They can't wait for this game, and we're about to see both teams play their best.
Boys, nice and high.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. DJ out there with Levine, and it's Valentine in at the 3.
Well, I like how DJ actively looks for the open teammate, whipping the ball over beautifully and quickly.
Lillard against Brown. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Elbow shot is on the way. Markkanen pulls it in. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Clippers.
Okay, and 4 steals on the night. He relished being a major disruption on the defensive end.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And we know DJ has a bit of a flair to his game, and now he has the shoes to match. Today, he's debuting custom colorways from his sponsor, Under Armour.
Well, DJ is a colorful guy, and you know he's always trying to make a statement with his clothes. And the colors on his new Under Armour shoes they're doing a lot of talking for him.
Nurkic with the block. Alert against Brown. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Damian Lillard, the originator of 4-Bar Friday. Last season, he released the letter O, his album. Features some pretty big names.
And Lillard with his own music label. He enjoys spending time in the recording studio.
Yeah, music, hip-hop, and basketball and sports go hand in hand. I mean, his high school coach was also a music producer. So Damian and his teammates had a chance to get in the studio at a young age. Before games, during warm-ups, they play their songs. I mean, that's what athletes do. That's where it all started.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
And Damian Lillard, just a beast in my opinion. Never the top prospect, coming out of Oakland High, a 5'11 senior. Nobody gave him major scholarship offers, but then he grew 4 inches at Weber State, and his game grew. He was taken the 6th pick in the 2012 draft.
Good on both. And Lillard, the rare lottery pick who played all 4 years in college.
Well, he was the man at Weber State. I mean, that helped prepare him for this role. He's counted upon to set the tone for the Blazers on and off the court.
Here's McCollum. Portland again missing. Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, and it's great watching DJ go to work inside, playing with aggression and easily drawing contact on the way up.
Chicago shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. He's off on the first.
When DJ isn't grooving off the court to his tunes, he's locked in on the floor. A special player with a fantastic skill set. The Bulls have been very active in revamping this roster. A lot of trades and player movement. They were worried of becoming a treadmill team.
Now, here's Lillard. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Back to Turner. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic setting the pick for McCollum. Shoots over Markkanen. Again, McCollum missing. With some lackluster finishes to their season the last couple of years, that worry of finishing poorly isn't going away for Bulls fans. But luckily, the Bulls have a history, Chris, of shaking things up.
It's never easy to make that choice. The front office has been proactive in shaking things up. Not easy, but they're committed to change right now.
Good on the bucket.
It's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Chicago leading. Brown outside. A second chance effort. And Markkanen lays it up and in.
Now look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound. Finishing strong on the putback.
Screen by Nurkic. Here's Turner. But they'll get another chance. And it's McCollum in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 5 now.
You gotta know McCollum has an itchy trigger finger. As soon as the ball comes to him, he's ready to pull it.
DJ passes to Lopez. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The pass to Swanigan. Turner with the screen. Now the feed to Lillard. Over DJ. Lillard misses.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
In the corner, it's Levine. Pass to Markkanen. There's Brown with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
It was all the things we always talk about. I mean, blocking out, giving the extra effort, basic stuff that they were just unwilling to do. And they got killed for it.
Here's DJ. Following the score by Damian Lillard.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Valentine with it, picked up by Turner. And it's Brown missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that one, good.
And Turner is skilled pulling up on the defense, but he's in rhythm. He's looking to shoot off the dribble.
Here's Brown after the made shot from Evan Turner. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Blazers.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
The first one falls. And Damian Lillard said he's committed to finishing his career in Portland, title or not. He's invested in this franchise.
Well, team first, though. That helps all the players buy in. And new additions have to fall in line with the example he set. He said the culture won't change because he won't allow it to happen.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Swanigan. Lillard dishes to Tucker. Screen by Nurkic. Tucker the pass to Turner. Shoots over Wells. And Turner the bucket on the assist from Tucker. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go. Markkanen can't get it to go. Portland leading. And Lillard kicks to Turner. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. For the Trailblazers, Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Aminu in for Evan Turner. Felicia's checked in for Chicago. Iritic comes in for Denzel Valentine. Now here's Lillard. He has 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's McCollum for three. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Brown. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Wells' shot is good.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Lillard with it. It's McCollum on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
From 12 feet out. And too long on the shot.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
And it's DJ missing.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, the truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Now Tucker following the three-point attempt by DJ. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. Chicago's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Wells dishes to Brown. Here's Mirotic. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. And how about those rookies? Time now to check out the Rookie of the Year race, ranking the league's best young rookies here midway through the season. We take a look at Brown. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I would have to agree. The thing that impresses me most is his mental toughness. He's got the kind of poise that you just don't see in a lot of rookies.
McCollum outside. Aminu with a screen for McCollum. High post try. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McCollum's got 9 points.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
Back to Brown. And again, no good by Chicago.
He's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
Lillard with it, picked up by Brown. Lets the three fly, and Damian Lillard, good for the three. He's got 9.
Lillard is so crafty, you better respect it. I love how he uses the picks. All he needs is just a little separation.
Mirotic sets the screen for DJ. Takes it off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Trailblazers leading by 3. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. McCollum outside. Lillard left side. Down low. Here's Aminu. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Al-Farouq Aminu, one of the league's great value contracts, signed through 2019 for around $7 million a season.
Yeah, and in this era, starting players command twice that at least. That helps with ballooning payroll. I mean, and Aminu's happy. Getting consistent minutes important.
And Portland making a change here. Onley's checked in. And Chicago, both teams making some changes here. Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Zach LaVine is out there with DJ, and it's Valentine in at the small forward. Now here's LaVine. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Brown outside. Here's Lopez, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the length Lopez possesses is tough to combat. I mean, he uses his body well to draw contact on the way up.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
That free throw good from Lopez. Chris, so often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
You know, I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. You know, I love the jump hook from the left block looking in, my 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper that if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, you know, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, you know, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, you know, I grew up on teams where coaches, you know, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over two people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, you know, what's your favorite move? It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was. And it was an easy way to kind of control the pace and the play from the game from that post position.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He finished with 45 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got him on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full-speed energy basketball at his greatest.
And here's Tucker following the three-pointer by DJ. And it's sent back by Lopez. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Turner. And here are the Bulls now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Harkinen passes to Levine. And certainly while the injury for Zach Levine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. Levine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
Pass to Swanigan. Turner with the screen. And taken away by Brown. An easy 2 points on the layup. Brown's got 10.
But you can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. This is it to Swanigan. Outside Turner. And it's McCollum in the corner. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. 17 points for C.J. McCollum.
He's now hit 2 this quarter, and the D needs to really put the clamps on him moving forward.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Tucker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, when the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg, they wanted him to revamp the offense. It hasn't exactly gone to plan as the Bulls have struggled on the offense under Hoiberg. However, the team has stayed competitive.
And with Hoiberg, he came in wanting to play a more perimeter shooting and up-tempo type of basketball. But the personnel, Chris, just hasn't been a good match.
And part of it is the front office getting players who can't really hurt you from deep. But Hoiberg's responsibility is to make the most of the talent on the roster. It hasn't been an easy path for him with this team's talent.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, with the defense trying to take shot opportunities away from him, he finds a way to get himself to the line.
And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. DJ number 1.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
And he's good on the second.
Well, the Blazers' offense is based on flow and movement. A lot of screens off the ball creating openings for their shooters.
He kicks it to Valentine. Brown against Turner. 5 on the clock. It's Brown with the drive. Nurkic with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Tucker.
Turner has great awareness. He knows one of his guys is open. He gets the pass over to him quickly.
And the Blazers, one of the better offensive teams in the league. Very unpredictable.
Well, they keep the defense moving and reacting. They keep the weak side occupied, not stagnant, with a lot of isolation or post-ups.
Now, here's Brown. 10 points for him. There's the screen. Swanigan pulls it in. Swanigan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Turner.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right there.
Now, here's Markkanen. An 11-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
He hasn't been able to sink anything, really. His team still leads, but it's unclear if he will find his game by the time this one ends.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Well, guys, if you're the other team, you now have to find a way to answer back. Can't afford to give up too much momentum.
Now, here's Tucker. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. 1:39 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Markkanen. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Screen by Nurkic. Now Tucker. The dish to Turner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Turner against Brown. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here they come. Stolen by Levine. He dishes it to DJ. Feeds it to Valentine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Valentine setting the pick for Brown. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Turner's got 3 rebounds now in this one. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. Dishes it to McCollum. Nurkic setting the pick for McCollum. Just 3 to shoot. Stolen by Levine. Here's DJ. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. DJ's got 12.
Now, DJ isn't afraid to get physical with the defense. See how he just muscles through the contact and gets it done.
McCollum kicks it to Tucker. Here's Swanigan. Screen by Nurkic. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And that's not going to go. And so it's Chicago, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. You have had a strong start to the season, and your name has come up as a potential all-star. How much would that mean to you?
It would mean a lot to me personally, but I think it would also speak volumes for the team. mean, we have such a talented group of guys that I think we should all be considered for an all-star spot. But, you know, if I can represent our team on that weekend, it would be a dream come true.
Now that was a political answer. Good luck to you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And now the third quarter about to get going. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven this far.
Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Nurkic is out there with Swanigan, and it's Turner in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
McCollum outside. Screen by Nurkic. Goes up at the stripe. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now here's DJ. Down low. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. Turner. Offensive rebound. The Bulls leading by 11. Valentine wide open. He fires. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Turner dishes to Lillard. Nurkic a screen on Brown. Here's Swanigan. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Markkanen passes to Brown. To the inside. It's stolen. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And that one drops for him. Lillard's got 11.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Levine a screen on McCollum. It's Brown with the drive. And the jam by Levine.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Well, we always hear about how some guys are locker room leaders or a veteran presence on a team. Chris, how quickly does someone establish themselves as a team leader? It's universally embraced by the rest of the team.
It's tough. You know, some guys can come in and do it day one, but I think that we've seen a lot of leaders grow, whether it was a great leader like a 2-time MVP in Nash. It took some years first for him to understand himself and then kind of let his leadership just follow that on the court. We bring that to today with a guy like a John Wall. It's taken him about 4 or 5 years to really learn to be around veterans, but guys are coming in younger now, and so I think that it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but as long as they're continuing to learn, as long as they're continuing to put the effort out, because you're a leader first by what you do, not by what you say. And so if you are trying to figure your way out and work hard, then you're being a leader. People are figuring it out. It's usually when does the vocal part come in along with kind of leading by an example. And so I think for every person it's different, but it's a lot of fun watching because when they get to that point, you've definitely seen some development and growth from them mentally and physically when you know they've taken over the reins like a guy like John Wall has.
Good insight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trail Blazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. And here are the Trailblazers now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Wells got a hand on it. Lillard against Brown. And stolen by DJ. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Oh, and the jam by Wells.
And you just got to love Wells. I mean, when he has a chance to show off his sick dunks, this guy wants to put on a show.
Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by McCollum. DJ kicks to Mirotic. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Aminu dishes to Vonleh. Kicks to Aminu. Lillard, right side, shoots over Grant. Lillard again missing. Chicago leading by 13. Brown outside. Grant sets a screen for Brown. From deep. And Wells the bucket on the assist by Grant. Grant's got 3 assists tonight.
And incredible shooting there from Wells. Definitely a threat to sink those perimeter shots.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They talk about the Blazers players. They talk a lot about the work ethic of this team.
The work ethic of this team starts with number 0, Damian Lillard. He makes sure that it's a competitive environment. A lot of these young players, though, are looking to prove themselves. In the gym, before and after practice, they're challenging one another.
He's checked in for Jaren Grant.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 27 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
Now, here's Vonleh. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Wells. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wells has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Chicago. Trailblazers trail by 19. McCollum outside. He feeds it to Aminu. Out to the wing. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first.
Brown against Lillard. EJ passes to Mirotic. And the Bulls, another 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Collins. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And that one's good. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
But Lillard knows how to score the ball inside. All he needs is ideal positioning, and he's good to fire.
Chicago leading by 20. Takes a three. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And Aminu kicks to Vonleh. Swiped it away. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. Lets it go with a three. And it's Portland with the rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. And Aminu kicks to Collins. Good. Collins has got his second bucket of the night. Chicago's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Brown. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu. And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mate?
Wow, defense, someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. And Juwan Howard, when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then Vlade Divac. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for you. Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm, and if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Trailblazers trail by 20, and Lillard kicks it to Tucker. 1:51 left to play here in the third. A 3-ball, and there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Tucker. And that's now 18 points for Lillard. Mirotic dishes to DJ. Back to Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Lillard, the pass to Turner. Over Holiday. The shot by Turner, no good.
Off target with was what? A pretty good look from mid-range.
Such a wide open look. And that's now 19 points for DJ.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Collins kicks to Turner. Lillard against Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Swanigan, he's checked in for Vonleh. Chicago also making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Wells. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. Tucker with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Tucker can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 20. Here's Portis. The kick out to Brown. Another 3 for Chicago.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here is Turner. 10 points for him. Here's Collins, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Collins has got 6 points.
Oh, Lillard's so solid at moving the ball. When one of his guys has a clean look, he quickly gets it to him.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Bulls lead by 21. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Defensively, we got to give a little more pressure.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Bulls leading by 21. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got DJ. Portis is out there with Markkanen. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Holiday in at the small forward position. DJ kicks to Markkanen to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. LaVine dishes to Markkanen. Here's DJ, and he drops in the layup off the glass. DJ's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Bulls. The Trailblazers shooting not great, 40% for the game. The pass to Tucker. Nurkic up top. Levine against Lillard. Takes a shot at the elbow. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Lillard's got 20.
Better respect the mid-range game of Lillard. I mean, he looks so fluid shooting the ball from here.
Brown against Turner. He hits Brown with the drive, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
He's off on the first. Going back your playing days, Chris. You were drafted by the Magic, but traded on draft day to the Golden State Warriors. If you had suited up for the Magic alongside Shaquille O'Neal, that would have been something.
Oh yeah, I would have tried to. You know, I think I would have been the first Westbrook. That was my goal. If I was playing with Big Shaq, just do your job, and I would have averaged a triple-double easily. I would have averaged a triple-double when you look at Dennis Scott on the corner, Big Shaq up top. In that pick and roll right there, you're going to have to guard me or him, and I didn't mind throwing it up to a big fella. I love seeing people dunk from alley-oop, so that would have been fun. I would have tried to have Shaq break a backboard every single night. But hey, can't go back in time, man.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
It's about the mentality of Lillard. Plays with a chip on his shoulder. He feels like he's always got something to prove.
To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. Trailblazers trail by 20. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard with it. Picked up by Brown. The feed to Turner. The baseline J. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
But Turner has a reliable mid-range shot. This is where he likes to operate. He looks comfortable shooting from here.
Brown, the pass to Valentine. Back to Brown. Knocks down the 3-ball. DJ's got 16 here in the second half.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. It's a bad sign.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. It's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
Here's Levine following the score by Damian Lillard. Levine kicks to DJ. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lillard against Brown. Pass to Turner. Screen by Nurkic. To the left side wing. Here's Tucker. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Turner dishes to Nurkic. Pass to Swanigan. Lillard outside. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
The first free throw is good.
And as as a team. They're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now here's McCollum. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Lillard. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lillard's got 26 points.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
EJ passes to Lopez. There's Brown with the three. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 31.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And Lillard kicks it to Tucker. And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league a long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
Now here's Levine. Passes it to Valentine. Lillard against Brown. Inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. DJ's got 33 points.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D and he's attacking it.
Lillard, the pass to Swanigan. Nurkic with it. He kicks to Lillard. There's the dish to Tucker. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Tucker's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Portland. In the corner, Valentine with it. Feeds it to DJ. And you look at today's players, they have so many more ways to connect with their fans. But, Chris, at times, do you think that that creates added pressure for the players?
Every player has pressure. I don't know about added pressure, but I do think it's a different time with social media. And you can hear everyone's opinion. So I think that you need to focus more if you're an athlete, but I don't think it adds more pressure. Because whether or not someone can type it or say it in your face or boo you at a game, you're going to hear those words.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Here's Swanigan after the made shot from Zach LaVine. High arcing shot, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Markkanen. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now McCollum, screened by Nurkic. McCollum kicks to Lillard. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, perhaps he believes that he'll be able to shoot himself out of this slump, but I don't see it. He needs to quit shooting those threes.
The shot by Valentine, no good. For Portland, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Now, here's Lillard. The pass to Swanigan. It's Lillard, top of the key, over DJ. Lillard misses. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. LaVine, good D by McCollum.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Swanigan. Here's Tucker. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. On the wing, LaVine. Guarded by Tucker. Round kicks to Levine. There's a screen. Shot off the screen. And it's Brown missing. Portland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Cullen passes to Swanigan. He dishes it to Nurkic. Lillard from outside hits the 3-point bomb. Lillard's got 29 in the game.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Here's DJ. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league, and yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
Well, I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy?
2 shots.
And, you know, I think those are the main things that you have to, you know, have as a coach. But look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, you know, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
No good on that one. So Portland ends up going with the new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Markkanen. Justin Holiday's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's Grant in for Zach LaVine.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Really, they had their number.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Another win for you guys. How have you guys been able to play at this level and put all these wins together at this point of the season?
You know, a lot of it is focus. We know the season is long. There's going to be good stretches. There's going to be bad stretches. But, you know, we just try to get better every time we come out on the court. One more time.
Well, you are trending north right now. Congratulations. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
And this is why Dr. Naismith invented the game of basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Wait, what?
Weren't they just throwing balls in peach baskets then?
I love me some peaches. So sweet. They're in season, too. You ain't even got to peel them. Good game, y'all.
Yeah, good game, boo-boo.
You a weird dude, boo-boo. Real weird.